Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to our third cohort for 2020. Actually, no, our second cohort for 2022 of Center for Transforming Lives Level Up Micro Enterprise Program. I am Patrina Bonnick-Higgins, the program manager for this wonderful program, and we're so excited to be able to be in person one more time, to be able to hear about our respective CEOs' pitches. So with that being said, at this time, I would like to go ahead and turn it over to our partner, Darlisa Diltz with NTEETC, and she will talk more about what we've done, accomplished, and introduce some of our speakers today and our presenters, our CEOs. Darlisa, thank you. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. And welcome to, as Patrina said, the second cohort for 2022 of the Level Up Small Business Micro Enterprise Program. Super excited to have this in person again for the second time. Super excited to introduce to some of you guys the new companies that have worked vigorously over the past 6 weeks to perfect their business presentations. They have done amazing work, anywhere from examining their true target markets, reviewing financials, getting to know each other better. And we are just excited to have them here in the room. So before we do anything else, let's give our entrepreneurs a hand. Because it is truly, truly, truly a privilege to be an entrepreneur in today's world, especially after so much has taken place. So those that have pursued and stayed the course and made it to this journey, we want to congratulate them in more than one ways. And so thank you for being here tonight. I am Darlisa Diltz. I'm the Managing Director for North Texas Entrepreneur Training Center. We specialize in providing education to startup, pre-venture, and underserved entrepreneurs, making sure that they not only have access, but they have a platform to be able to grow, scale, and sustain within their business. I also am the owner of the Center North Texas Flexible Workspace in North Valencia Hill. So if you're ever looking for a place to pop in and work, we offer the feel of a coffee shop, but it's a business center. So would love to have any one of you guys come over and visit us. So enough about me. I am going to call up Ms. Charlotte Sharp. I don't know what this is, but Ms. Charlotte Sharp with Center for Transforming Lives. Let's give her a hand.
Well, good evening, everyone. I echo everyone's excitement about being in person on today because we've done this so many times virtually. It's good. The energy is just different when you all come together. So it's really exciting to see our CEOs and to be able to have you all join us as well. So I want to acknowledge the team who's present virtually as well as in person. I even see board representation who is virtual, and also our other team members from other departments who are here. And so I will take a moment to introduce myself, and I'll share a little bit about why we do what we do, who the Center for Transforming Lives is, and then again, recognize our staff. And if our Chief Program Officer is up for it, I'll also have her to come up and share a few words. And so Center for Transforming Lives, we have served the community, Tarrant County specifically, for 115 years. And our goal is essentially about disrupting the cycle of poverty and really being able to support families with a focus on women and young children. And in economic mobility, we really recognize the importance of not only the financial coaching and career readiness resources, but providing support for entrepreneurs. We recognize that although many of us have businesses and are entrepreneurs in our own right, we don't always have the coaching, the the education, and the network that will propel us and advance us to move forward. And so we really take it an honor, a privilege to be able to partner with other business resource providers, as well as you all as CEOs, to really be able to give you the support that you need. Our goal is to not duplicate or replace resources that already exist in the community as it relates to small business resource providers, but to be able to create a pipeline so that not only are you aware of us as a part of your support system, but you're also aware of the other resources that are in the community. So again, I'm Charlotte Sharp. I'm the Director for Economic Mobility. I have the privilege of working with Ms. Katrina McKee, who is on virtually. I think Katrina just waved. And then also Ms. Tiva Pegues, who is over here assisting. Tiva wave, there you go. Katrina, who has already introduced herself. We also have Matthew from our development office. Thank you, Matthew, for coming, our communications director. We also have Ms. Gwen, who is in accounting, help us keep the money right. And also her partner, Tom. Thank you all so much for joining us in person. Thank you for how you support us as well as an agency and for our participants. And then we also have Ms. Valerie Skinner. Thank you so much, Ms. Valerie, for joining us virtually. And with that, last but not least, I'll introduce Ms. Carly McKiston, who is our Chief Program Officer, and she'll come and share a few words. Thank you, Ms. Valerie.
Hello, everyone. Charlotte absolutely put me on the spot, so everything I say is clearly not too rehearsed. Oh, thank you for the angle. Thank you all for being here today. I had the privilege of kind of getting to see the orientation process when this cohort started. And for those of you that don't know, I've really been at CTL for about a month and a half, so I'm pretty new. And I was blown away by the work that the Economic Mobility Department has been putting on, an orientation process that you all went through and that I got to kind of hear some of your business ideas from the very beginning. So I'm so grateful and honored to be able to be here for this pitch night and kind of see how far everyone has come and get to see how your businesses have grown and to see CEOs in action. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Really excited to see all the people in the room, to see all the people on the screen. And with that, thank you to the fantastic team for all the work that you're doing. And I can't wait to get started. Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm back. And so before we get started, we also want to thank our online guests. But we like to thank our online guests. And what we would ask for our online guests is if you could put your information in the chat for us so that one, we can share it with our entrepreneurs, tell us who you are with, and we will give you a shout out in the room to let them know. I mean, they can see you, but we want them to focus on the presentation, but let them know that you are there supporting them. Also, for all of our online visitors that may be watching via stream, if you have questions, please populate them in the chat box and in the comment section of the video so that we can get as much as we possibly can out of our entrepreneurs and get them off to a great start within the community. So without further ado, what we would like to do is introduce our first entrepreneur, Ms. Valencia Hill of Divine Designs by Valencia. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Valencia, and I am the founder, and CEO of Divine Designs by Valencia, and I am a resin artist. So what is resin? You're probably asking. Resin is a chemical compound.
Did you disable?
Okay. Nervous enough. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're going to start over. Good evening, everybody. My name is Valencia, and I am with Divine Designs by Valencia. I'm the founder and CEO, and I'm also a resin artist. So I know that a minute ago, y'all were asking what resin is. So resin is a chemical compound used to coat surfaces, or when used with the mold, you can make things such as jewelry, coasters, trays, and much more. So I actually don't have like a phenomenal story behind getting started with resin. I wanted to epoxy my garage. And so I went on YouTube University and I figured out how to do that. And when I was scrolling through the different videos, it was just beautiful work that a lot of different people were doing. So I wanted the opportunity to be able to try and see if I could do it. So I actually started in the summer of last year, just practicing, buying molds, trying out different resin. And I really enjoyed it. So I started making it. My family was like, "Oh, post it on Facebook. You know, somebody will like." And I was like, "No, they'll hate it." So December of last year, I posted on Facebook a few days before Christmas, and it just absolutely took off. People are in love with handmade items and custom items. So I think I really touched with that, and I love doing it. So my mission is to bring handmade and creative from the art part to a space near you. And the vision of Divine Designs by Valencia is to grow from a small shed business to teaching anyone excited to learn about the craft. So why me? There is in the DFW area, there is a shortage of resin artists. There aren't particularly any or many resin artists in the DFW area. So the solution to the problem would be bringing homemade designs to homes and events in the DFW area. And we would grow to hold classes and teach others and help them inspire to know more about resin or just the joy of making their own pieces. And so my value proposition is that we're one of a kind. All of my creations are handmade. Custom orders are welcome. I'm a Black and female owned and website accessible, and that is coming soon. So here's a little market evaluation that I did. So the first one, they only sell jewelry. 713 artists, they have a really nice, really nice artwork, but they don't really post much. And then Liquid Eye Art, they're very established and they do beautiful work, but they only have alcohol ink finishes, and they don't offer a diverse portfolio like Divine Designs by Valencia. We're conveniently located in the Metroplex in Grand Prairie, so I'm able to reach customers around the area, quality products and supplies, and suitable for men, women, and children. So my business model is to have in-person vendor shows and events. You can buy something big or small, and then I will want you all or the customer to write a review about the products. Word of mouth will be my marketing. Contacts, you can contact me to make a purchase, or when the website gets going, you'll be able to contact me through there. And then also review and post your review on social media. So my sales strategy will be using pop-up shops, going to wine festivals and different vineyards, birthday gifts, wedding favors, and used for interior decorating. My partners right now is myself and my beautiful family and friends who have been a great support system for me during this process. And my revenue stream comes from online orders, vendor shows, and pop-up shops. So I want to use social media and customer reviews to attract my customers. And I'm going to convert my customers by having event giveaways. And once they read the reviews from other customers, they'll want to come over and try to try my product as well. And retaining customers by having quality products, timely service, and being put on an email list to keep up with business updates. So Divine Designs by Valencia, this is the team. Right now, it's just little on me. So for the future, I do want to have an electronics manager. I'm okay with online, but the resin process isn't quick. It's kind of lengthy. So I would love to have somebody who could print the orders for me, who could do my social media and work on the marketing. A product preparer, not necessarily right now having someone do it, because I kind of want to hold the authenticity of it being my designs. So to have someone who can print off the custom orders, make sure the equipment is ready, the molds are ready for me to use as well, and then someone who can help package and ship off the creations that I do. And then my team makeup will be college students and family members who want to lend a hand. And you can support Divine Designs by Valencia by going onto Facebook or Instagram. And if you follow those two social medias, it will give you updates to when the DD by Valencia, Divine Designs by Valencia.com, will be launched. And so for my level up takeaways, I got confidence in being a business owner, the knowledge to not only start a business, but sustain one, because it was easy to just go out there and just do it. But I want to make sure that I have what I need to sustain it and keep the revenue coming, and the importance of having a tribe. The class has been very wonderful to be able to meet with people every week who have the same drive and passion as I do to be a business owner. Has definitely helped me continue on with my journey. And are there any questions? Yes, ma'am. The question was, did I make my earrings? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes. So the question was, how long does it take to produce the art? So it really depends. So if I'm only doing one color, I can do that in maybe an hour, but it takes 24 hours to cure and set and be able to handle. Some things have taken me a few days. I've made dominoes. Those are at the bottom right hand corner. Those took me a little longer because I had to set the dominoes and I had to take them out and prep them by coloring the inside of them. And if you see the ones that are straight, I actually did these for my friend's husband, and I put his initials on them. So it's because I have to do the cricket. So it takes a little bit longer. So it really depends. These earrings, I could do earrings in one day, but bigger things take at least 4 hours. I have a couple of things actually. So my coasters did really well. I have some coasters over there. Yes. And so I have coasters that have holders. I did really well with those. I have cigar holders. I did very well with the cigar holders. And thank you, Ms. Patrina. And the wine caddies. Actually, everything has really done well. There really aren't any complaints, and I can appreciate that for sure. Oh, no, not at all. I guess it's, snail mail waiting for Amazon to deliver it. But I actually found a store in North Richland Hills that have molds available. So that's definitely better for me. So I can go to the store opposed to having to wait for them to come in. So that's definitely helped me as well. Any other questions? Oh, yes, ma'am. So actually, the question was, have I thought about going wholesale? So I actually have been in communication with a guy that owns a cigar shop. So he wants me to make the cigar holders. He has everything but the cigar holders, and he has a cigar shop. So I have definitely been in contact with different people. My thing was just making sure I had the space in order to produce as much as I wanted to before I just started saying, yes, give me all your orders. I want to make sure I can fulfill them properly, but absolutely wholesale is my ultimate goal, to be able to sell to Marshalls, TJ Maxx, different places like that. But I'm starting pretty small, but absolutely, yes, I want to do wholesale. Yes, ma'am. So they range. The earrings I have on now, they're $7. Coasters go up to $40. I have a 3-tier cupcake tray over there. That's $50. So it just depends. Just because it's smaller doesn't mean it's cheaper. I mean, I have keychains as well. So ring holders. So they average between $7 and $40 to $50. But I also have I've done canvases, and the canvases were 200, but they were a 30 by 30 canvas, and I put different broken glass and a lot of detail. I wanted to show the video, but I didn't know how to upload it on here. Okay. Yes, jewelry, resin, yes. Yeah, so jewelry is my biggest thing. I actually got, so a lot of the things I started, for instance, the cigar trays and the earrings, was because someone asked me to do it. It really wasn't necessarily my thought to, but once I did it, everybody loved it. So of course I continued on with it. So yes, I'm actually waiting to get a shed built so that I can have a work studio. So once I have that completed, I'll be able to hone in on a few more things, but definitely jewelry is going to be one of my top things. And then as I continue to grow, I want to do floors, countertops. So I'm trying to do a lot for sure, but starting small is where I am right now, but definitely growing to do more things. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm open to all suggestions. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Miss Felicia, for that awesome presentation. We will make sure that Valencia's contact information is listed in the chat. So we are going to go with our next entrepreneur, and we are going to call up Miss Cassandra Winston with Renee's Cakes and Treats.
Good afternoon. My name is Cassandra Renee Winston, and I'm with Renee Cakes and Sweet Treats. Today we will cover who Renee's Cakes and Sweet Treats, why Renee's Cakes and Sweet Treats, who are my competitors, the winning edge, the business model, my marketing strategy, my team, and how can you support me. Our company is a home-based bakery located in Arlington, Texas. The industry is lacking homemade cakes and sweets, and I was established in 2019, and I'm a Black female small business owner. My mission and vision, my mission is to soothe your palate by enlightening your senses through homemade cakes and treats. Our vision is to be valued by our customers for our homemade products. Why Renee's Cakes and Sweet Treats? We offer homemade, scratch-made cakes and baked goods. We're located in Arlington and attend pop-up shops across Texas and Louisiana. Shipping is available across the US, and a Black female-owned small business. Who are our competitors? Cooper Street Bakery, the only thing they baked was cake. That's cake. They only sell birthday and wedding cakes, and they had no variety of other baked items. Blush and Whisk Bakery only provide 2 flavored cakes, icing, and that's chocolate and vanilla. The problem is not all bakeries make goods from scratch. Many bakeries use pre-made mixes to cut costs. The solution, Renee's Cakes and Sweet Treats, uses the finest ingredients and make cakes from scratch. What Renee's Cakes and Sweet Treats' biggest strengths? Southern Classic reminds you of your grandmother's homemade desserts. Only use the finest products, and presentation sales, and I sell unique products. Expanding our market, where we're heading, opening a bakery near you. Our market strategy is attracting customers through social media reviews, TikTok videos, and converting customers in person sampling. It's why I brought a cake today. Retaining customers through monthly subscription boxes and holiday greeting cards. You can find me on social media through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And how you can support my business is you can join me as a customer, follow me on social media, submit a review, refer a friend, and become an investor. I am the team. I'm the only person, the business owner, so I'm sole proprietor. Future team members are marketing assistants. They'll be able to handle business to business sales. Assistant bakers handling orders and fulfillment and assist with baking needs. Social media handle all social media platforms and marketing. And the team makeup will be culinary arts students, high school seniors, and future bakers. How to get in touch with me, my phone and email. I saw this quote from Richard Branson. It says, "Let this inspire us. A big business starts small." Level up takeaways. I was able to develop a business plan. I learned my business who, what, when, where, and why. How to build confidence and provide business resources to be successful. And I learned how to project future business opportunities. Questions? The berry chantilly cake, pecan candy, some people call it praline, chocolate chip cookies, chocolate chip pecan cookies, and bourbon chocolate chip cookies. For the alcohol infused, yes. My cakes start at 50 and they go up to like the home baked pound cakes to like 75, and the birthday cakes go all the way up to 300. I've been baking since I was like 4 years old, and COVID was one of the reasons why I really started doing business. But I used to bake all the time for my family members gatherings, like they would have housewarming, birthdays, different activities. But I just really started before COVID and just started just doing more, taking baking classes and stuff like that. I do cupcakes, cookies, party treats, dipped Rice Krispies, pretzels, Oreos, all things treats. It can, but most of my orders are made to order. So until I'm able to, yeah, until I'm able to mass produce, they won't be pre-made. 7 to 10 days. A dozen of cupcakes is 50. Yes, ma'am. Mhm. They're 60. No, I do everything made to order until I get space where I can. Now this is how I go back now. Oh, there it is. Prices is based on the price of goods, the utilities that I have to use, and the time. Mhm. I do.
Thank you so much, Cassandra, for that awesome presentation. So we have had a couple of visitors to visit us online as well as socially. So just want to give a shout out to past participants that have joined in to support new cohort participants. Thank you guys for being here. And also wanted to shout out that Amy Razor from the Better Business Bureau is tuning in, and she left her contact information, and she says she would love to connect with all of the new CEOs to offer a one-on-one, look at what partnerships look like, and offer continued support. And just a little tidbit, if you guys don't know, Better Business Bureau is not just a organization for complaints. Better Business Bureau has a lot of resources that they provide for small businesses. So I will make sure that all of our new CEOs get Amy's information. And thank you so much, Amy, for joining in. We have Miss Harley Renz that gave a shout out to all of our entrepreneurs and said, keep up the good work, great job. And we also have some other visitors that gave waves, hearts, and she's not in, oh yes, she is, she's in the room. And I will have to say that Miss Valencia gets the award tonight for most online visitors via Zoom. So let's all give everyone a shout out. Congratulations, thank you. And a yay to Miss Valencia for all of her support that she has, people visiting and joining with us. All right, so let's keep this vote rolling. And we are going to call on Miss Rosie Holguin with Bless Designs.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rosie. I'm Rose Holguin, and I am the CEO for Blessed Designs. Oh my goodness, I am so nervous. I'm sorry. Yes. Thank you for that. So about Blessed Designs, it's a t-shirt business and an apparel, and I do mugs and t-shirts and headbands and koozies. By the way, I have some over here if you guys would like to take one home. And I am in the business of changing lives and leaving lasting impressions one product at a time. My mission is to glorify God by being a faithful steward and to show the love of Jesus to everyone we come across through design and creations of our t-shirt and apparel lines. My vision is to inspire and give people hope by wearing and displaying words, phrases, encouragement on products made by us. And our value is our business aims to provide customers the best value for their hard-earned money by providing faith-based messaging and encouraging words on t-shirts and apparels. The problem is there's a lot of hate in this world. We have people who have become numb to one another, feelings and thoughts, and COVID has not really helped that because it's isolated us. And we've also become disconnected from mankind, which causes a lot of heartache, distress, anxiety, fear.
as y'all can see. And the solution for that is love is patient and love is kind. That's found in 1 Corinthians 13:4. We are providing visual messaging of love to keep calm, selfless love always. Providing visual messaging about feelings, be completely humble and gentle. Words are like bullets. Once they're out, you can't take them back. And sometimes words that are spoken can't express feelings. So that when you are wearing a shirt and people read your shirt as they're walking by, maybe it's something that they needed to see. They're not going to visually, maybe didn't know what they were feeling, but they saw your shirt and they put a smile on your face, or you're putting a smile on their face. Then providing visual messaging to stop isolation. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Matthew 22:39. In a world full of hate, be kind and be the reason someone smiles today. And why Blessed Designs? It was literally all God. From COVID, I was laid off, and my husband and I just started creating stuff around the house in our garage. And I got called back to work, and I went, and the Lord had already called me to do this, and I did not do it. And so I literally told them, I financially cannot do this, but if it's you, then you're going to make it happen. And I had already went back to work, being in dentistry for over 20 years. 2 weeks later, I got laid off. So I just knew clearly it was him. So that's why I began slowly to start this t-shirt business. The market and the competition. My competition, these are a little bit bigger companies. Custom Ink, it's a worldwide company and they ship out of the country. Vistaprint, they do everything: apparel, business cards, umbrellas, banners, pins, you name it. And the Original T-shirt guys, they are local. They do t-shirts by the bulk and they have a full team. And these are some of my products that I've done. And the average product cost, it varies depending on what you want, depending on what the wording you want. Just depends on shirt, product, size. And then the winning edge, messaging. We are a company focused on providing healing messages, sharing God's message, providing hope, love, and connection. And the design is scripture-based designs and messaging, blessed designs, original, unique, faith-based, and inspirational messaging. Customers own original, unique, faith-based messaging. And our business model, the pipeline: family, churches, schools, friends, billboards, other businesses, and word of mouth. And the sales strategy is social media, trade days. And partners is myself, my family, and my friends. And the revenue stream is online orders, events. And this is my team. The visionary CEO, God's chosen vessel. And my future team looks like a graphic artist who will create and print images on products, customer service rep, order intake and manage customer needs, and then a part-time employee who'll do social media marketing, manage all social media presence, and share upcoming encouraging YouTube messages. And what I've learned in Level Up is develop a business plan. They have helped me provide resources to help build a successful business, obtain my DBA. It may not show it right now, but they help me gain confidence. And this is how you can contact us. And Blessed Designs, the design actually, it was created by my husband and my family. Like they drew that out. That's how we came up with the logo. So I'm thankful for them. I don't have a website or a Facebook or social media out right now, but it is under construction. Any questions? I have my husband, Jose, my daughter, Norea, and my two sons, Chris and Zach. I could give you my phone number. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Not right now. I don't plan on building a store. I do plan to grow my business from home first. And once I get enough business, I may have to get either a separate shed, garage, or even rent out a small space for the stuff, for all my equipment. Yes, ma'am. I will. I'm in the process. Yes, ma'am. Yes. At this time, probably about 10 to 20. It'll probably be 5 days. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to be working hard. Yes.
Your brands are a
Faith-based.
faith-based.
Yeah. Faith-based. Mhm. For the very most part, that's what I enjoy doing.
So
my
you're
passion.
writing scripture stuff on shirts and events, and also encouraging people to suggest and make their own scripture base or positive influence, and then you put that on a shirt for them.
Yes, yeah. If they have any positive vibes or if they want to, hey, can you make this shirt? I can make it for them. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I could certainly, I'll do it. I don't provide the jeans, but I could do it for you because jeans fit differently as opposed to like a shirt. But if you brought me your jeans, yes, I could do that for you. Yeah. For something like that, probably 30. Yes, you're welcome. Yes. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that was super inspiring. Thank you to Miss Rosie for sharing her blessed designs with us. And thank you to all of you guys who are commenting in chat and socially and continuing to follow us. Okay, so we are moving right along. Next, we will have Miss Xenia Miller. Did I say it right, Miss? Okay, Miss Zinnia Miller with Lifelines Nationwide Insurance.
Oh, just
Good evening, everyone. My name is Xenia Miller. I am a newly licensed insurance broker, and my company represents over 20 well-known and established carriers. We will be serving the greater Fort Worth and Dallas area and the majority of Tarrant County. Our motto and vision is to secure the future of our communities, focusing on the minority underserved communities. My why for starting the company is that many residents in our area, especially in the underserved minority areas that are comprised of our people, are unprotected and have little security in the event of emergencies. As of this pandemic hit, I've seen a lot of GoFundMe and crowdfunding for these emergency situations, even as far as affecting the homes as well as the lives of the residents. My company also provides certain types of insurances that act as a savings fund as well. So with these types of products, you can also build a legacy for your family affordably. That was one of the key things that differentiates me from maybe some of the major brands. So that's the mission and purpose of my agency, is to provide protection and security for those areas. And our philosophy is securing the future of our families and building a legacy for the future. The vision we had was to provide underserved areas with the best product within their budget for their needs. Being that I do but I represent over 20 carriers, I can look for something and almost 9 out of 10, I'm going to find you something within your budget that you can comfortably afford. As I mentioned before, the problem that my agency would solve is that many minorities live without resources or savings plans in the event of an emergency to cover them or help them. And the solution is, as I mentioned earlier as well, we have many carriers to help serve them. As well, I am bilingual, so I can also work with different populations of people. I speak Spanish. My target market is male and females. They range anywhere from 45 to 60 years old. It would be the minority populated communities that do not have coverage, the Tarrant County residents, and those who are seeking a higher percent on retirement investments as well, and new homeowners. What we have to offer at Lifeline's agency is we provide life insurance products, investment products, mortgage protection, as well as some legal plans. The future of our expansion and products was that we will be offering healthcare additives for, Medicare supplements plans. And we hope to expand into different office locations and provide as well a notary. As an insurance agent, how we earn our income is that we are paid, for those of you interested in this type of field, we're paid directly from the insurance carriers, as well as our corporate office pays us an additional bonus on top of our sale. And that depends, it fluctuates according to the product that is sold, as far as a mortgage protection plan or life insurance plan. All these things differ, as well as investment products. And the pay time frame also is dependent upon the carrier, but usually you're paid within 2 to 5 days, and others linger a little longer. We are paid based on commission as well. According to each carrier has a different percentage that we're paid. And how is it that we do our job? on a daily basis is that we do it visiting the home of the clients who are requesting insurance. We can work from home as well with the Zoom additive. And also we can rent office space, which a lot of people now with the pandemic have been choosing to work from home if you have that capability. We're provided leads by vendors, which we purchase as being an independent agent. Those are some of the overhead expenses that you have to incur. So we purchase leads, and what leads are customers who are mailing in those mailers that you might get in the mail sometimes that says, you know, if you're interested, just mail it back and you send it back or go online. And these are the people that are funneled to our agency. And then also through networking events like today, and also referrals that other customers will give us. Am I going too fast? Okay. My team, at the present moment, I am a team of one, okay? But I hope to get another assistant, a person for human resources as well, and another, hopefully bilingual agent, okay? So that we can relate better to the communities. Right, my market and competition are the brick and mortar companies that you see now, like you can go and walk into a Geico office or State Farm, you know, but the one thing that differentiates us is that we provide, as a broker, a variety of coverage. So when you go into State Farm, you are solely getting State Farm's rates, okay? And as far as me being what do you call it? Door-to-door or independent contractor, you're not paying the fees for all that marketing, like Jake is getting a salary and Flo from Progressive. That's factored into your policy. I don't know if you're aware of that, right? So by the ones that are not well known on TV and things like that, you're gonna get just a little difference in price. Okay, so that's what I have to offer. As far as the other competitors are those that are online, you know, like, I don't know if you've seen Select the Code and Ethos, these types of things that you can go online. Well, with us, we have a more personalized service. You know, some of the touches that we do send out thank you cards, and we do provide you with like a policy protector that we leave you that's waterproof to secure your policy. And it usually comes in bright colors. So like you, in case of emergency, you won't be thinking, where is that? Where is that policy? You know, in case of emergency, you'll know exactly where you have it. Okay. And so, and then we are one of many independent contracting agencies. So, you know, these are the things that differentiate us, is that we carry certain brands that others don't carry. So that kind of makes the difference there. Okay. Some of the operating costs in this type of business are your agent licensing. You must have agent insurance in case of you committing some type of error in the policy paperwork. You must have internet service. You should have a customer management system software. Have your vendor leads to produce profit. You have to have that. Your office supplies, a laptop and printer, fax machine, folders, binders. You must have a business line because they're going to be contacting you by phone. Your company badge, business cards, company forms, and definitely include travel expenses because you will be traveling throughout the area. Because some people are not familiar with Zoom and they'd rather meet you face to face, and they feel more trustworthy with that. The takeaway from our level up class is the need, the really important need it is to focus on being different, differentiating yourself from the other marketers, because they can pick anyone. So what makes them want to work with you, you know, and keep their policy with you? And my takeaway with that was, in order to gain our market share, number one, I want to operate with integrity, meaning that I want to know that I'm not overcharging you for something, that even though I might get paid a higher commission if I give you company A, but if I know that you can afford company B and it's less and I'm going to get paid less, it doesn't matter to me, really. What matters to me is that you're going to be secured with something that you can affordably pay month in, month out for years to come. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. You might be making more money up front, but in the long run, if you can't afford it and somebody comes along behind me and says, hey, Miss Renee, I know you have insurance, but how much are you paying? And you say, I'm paying $85. Well, how much coverage is that for? You say 20,000. And this person comes along and says, well, hey, if you're paying 80 for 20,000, I can get your policy for 50,000 for $40. I think you're gonna go for that. So my thing is, I'd rather know that I'm operating in integrity and I am a Christian and I believe God's gonna take care of me. That's the bottom line. You know what I mean? So my thing is to differentiate myself is giving you the best possible service for a quality product at a price that you can afford. That's what my takeaway is differentiating myself from the competitors. And it's going to help gain my market share and also help my conscience. So this is the way to contact my agency. We're a startup, so I haven't had all these things in place. My website is under construction at the moment, but these are direct lines that are in place now, which is my phone number and my email address. You can always contact me there. Okay. And Lifelines Insurance, I got that name because I felt that this is a line to life. You know, these are things that we need, that we take for granted. And I think that prior to me getting insurance, I almost died in my sleep in 2020. I had a wonderful day the day before, wonderful, but the next day, somebody found me in my room, I wasn't breathing and blue and blah, and that prompted me to say, I better get insurance. You know what I mean? So these are things that we take for granted, but we really need, and I think that I thought that I couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? And it kind of scared me because I'm disabled permanently and I live on a fixed income, and I said, I can't do another expense, but this is something so absolutely necessary because I would hate for something to happen to me or you and your family have the burden of that, not just the grief, but now they're worrying, how are we gonna bury decently our loved one, okay? So I thank you, everyone. Again, my name is Xenia Miller, and if I look forward to serving you, and if you have any questions, I'm ready. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. No, you're not locked into anything. You can simply cancel, but my thing too is that I forgot to mention this, people, but I also, again, if I know you have, like I gave the example of Renee, I can look at your policy and see what you have, and then I could look at my system and punch it in and see if I could do something better for you. Because this is not supplemental. This is just straight out life insurance. And like I said too, we have life insurance plans that one thing I thought was great, working here, I learned this. I didn't know anything about life insurance prior, but that we have life insurance that you pay, let's say what you have in a savings account, we have life insurance policies that they act, a percentage of that acts as a savings, and you'll pay a little bit more. Like whatever you're putting in your bank every month, you can put it into your account in your policy and they invest that. And let me tell you, it pays way more than what the banks pay. So at any time you want to take a loan against your policy, you can, and there's no penalty. It's not like you're paying, you know, the only thing that happens, let's say if you do not pay the money back into your policy account, when you pass, they just will subtract that because you already got it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there are a lot of things that are beneficial about it, you know, and it's you know, for those who are interested, it's a very lucrative field. Yes, Ms. Darlisa? My biggest challenge is I have a disability and it affects my legs. And I think that physically, that's the biggest challenge to me because, and I think number two is entering people's homes that I don't know. I'm dealing with that. I have an anxiety about that, you know, but I'm dealing with it, you know, because like I said, now we have Zoom And hey, there's always prayer, right? So, I'm moving forward in Jesus. I have to do what I have to do, to make my business thrive. So, yeah, that's it. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing it. Being an entrepreneur, how does that address barriers since you're disabled? I'm sure there are certain positions you can't take. How has being an entrepreneur helped you from a financial stability standpoint?
Well, financially, I haven't had business as yet because I'm just newly licensed. So I'm really still doing the onboarding, right? But how has it helped me financially? What I
You'll see, so when you
say it
start-
again, I'm sorry. Tell me the question again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You weren't really clear. With you being an entrepreneur, what do you perceive? So when you do start having customers and things like that, with your conditions, how would you being the CEO help? Does that make sense?
Yes, okay. I believe this is the answer. Since I am running my own company, I have the flexibility of working as many hours as my body allows. And so as early or as late start and as early as late end of the day, So this is the thing I find was going to be lucrative for me because I've always been in sales. I've been manager over 3 stores in New York and then, just always been in sales. I excelled in manufactured home sales, and got awards and bonuses. But the thing is that, ultimately, not to sound like Martin Luther King, but I have a big dream that I want to fund here in the city of Fort Worth. And I have every certainty that it is going to become a chain. And it's a major project that requires multi-million-dollar funding. And I tell you, my father was in insurance and he hated it, but things have so dramatically changed from the insurance agency back then to now. Before you didn't have these lead agencies that just you paid and they gave you 100 names, you just called them. It wasn't like that. And now I looked into insurance and through prayer, I've been wanting to do this project for at least 7 years, just working on this project behind the scene. And I tell you, I believe that the Lord sent me to do insurance because there are so many multi-millionaires that come out of the insurance agency. And this is not every 10 years they come out. No. If you do any type of research in the financial industry, it's recession proof. And I've met, which I'm 56 years old, young, old, medium, right? And I'll tell you this, I've never sat next to not even a half millionaire. Never. And this industry has allowed me to not just sit next to them, to meet them, shake hands, and talk to them like I'm talking to y'all. These are everyday people making $500,000 in 2 years. In 2 years. And again, it's not for status or leveling up my life. It's not about that, even though I know, of course, it's going to affect my lifestyle and my children and my children's children, my mother, who she's a widow, my brother. But it's going to change our lives. But not only that, believe me, all of this project with this financial industry is to fund this project that's I'm telling you, it's going to put Fort Worth on the map. And it's going to be the first of its kind. I guarantee that. I put my life on it. You know what I mean? And this is the way to do it. I know I'm going to work in conjunction with other major hotel industries and things. So it's going to be a major tourist attraction. But like I said, this is the way to do it. Not selling homes that I've been doing and very successful, or selling clothing. In 2 years, in 2 years, I'm going to be just like them. And to be a female, Latina, Black person, I'm going to be super proud of myself, of the example that I set for other women, to tell them I could do it, you could do it. I could do it, you could do it. And that's what I'm about, So yeah.
And that's what I would call a drops mic moment. Thank you so much, Miss Xenia, for that powerful presentation. And we're gonna claim that with you in this room. She put that in the atmosphere, so we're gonna claim that with her. So congratulations there. Okay, so our final presenter tonight, which I want to give kudos to. She came in the program a little later, but guess what? She's here and she's ready to present. So I want to call you guys' attention to Miss Contius Payne of the Bridge Home Center. And when I tell y'all she is rocking a bad pair of shoes, I mean, a bad pair of shoes. If you are not in person, you are missing out. Just saying. The full.
Good evening. I'm Contius Payne, and I'm the CEO of the Bridge Home Center. My purpose is to provide a safe, comfortable living for seniors who can't live alone, while still providing the feeling of home. There are often times that as people get up in age, they still want to be at home. They don't want the atmosphere of a nursing home. If that's the only solution, yes, they have to go. But in between that stage of nursing home and not at home, I want to be able to provide something that's comfortable for seniors. My parents were getting up in age and they moved with me. And previously, we had other elderly people in our family, and we saw the struggle of the children trying to decide, what do I do with mama? What do I do with daddy? I really waited too late to make those decisions. So we saw elderly people who had started getting dementia, and we're dragging them out of their homes. And so we decided with our parents, while they're still in their right mind, can make good decisions, let's let them decide to move with us. So we won't be at the last minute saying, you gonna take mama, you gonna take daddy? And then they don't wanna go anywhere because they're not really in their right mind. So we decided that it would be a good thing to give them still a home feeling with us and still not have to wonder, can somebody tend to them? So when I experienced this, me and my husband decided to offer this to other people because we had seen with family members over and over kind of the tragedy or the burden that it became. So I began to, I opened the Bridge Home Center. Our mission is to provide the closest feeling of home to our residents when remaining on their own may no longer be an option. We strive to supply older adults with the best care as possible while protecting the integrity of who they are as a person. We use a holistic approach that enhance and address all daily living needs to ensure that our residents approach aging with dignity. This is not merely a facility, this is a home. And several of our residents, one of the things that I wanted to provide for them is not just for white walls, because we've visited other facilities and it's just like a bed, nothing that feels like home. I really would like most of our clients to feel like I'm actually living better here than I did in my natural life. And a lot of them say that. You know, they may not have had nicely painted walls, clean tables, new appliances, you know, and I really want them to feel like my last years are really better and worth everything I went through in the past. Because our latter days should be greater than what we experienced in the past. Our vision, our top priority is providing your loved ones with comfort, safety, care, and companionship. The problems are there is not enough quality, affordable care facilities for senior citizens that allow them to feel safe at home and at home. The Bridge Home Center provides safe, affordable care for seniors. The solution, the Bridge Home Center provides safe, affordable care in the traditional home center environment. And I had relatives that had homes, but they were home alone because they didn't have children. And we found when in these years, when we moved them to a facility, a home facility, they started thriving. My auntie just passed, she was 95. But I think her life was extended because we put her around other people, because it's just as confining, it's just as it can affect them in a negative way to be in a house just by yourselves because they're no longer thriving. She started talking, enjoying life, you know, when she got in a home with other people. We offer private home rooms, single and shared rooms available, furnished rooms available, spacious common rooms, beautiful backyards for relaxation, 24-hour on-site care staff, in-home prepared meals served daily. They get 3 meals a day and 2 snacks, medication management, routine vital signs monitoring, constant communication with families, activities, and engagement with residents. The average cost in the US ranges anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000. Our costs, most of our clients pay anywhere from $800 to $2,200. Now, it's very much below really what we should be charging. It's not even, none of those prices are what we set out to charge, but we couldn't turn some of the people away. You know, if somebody says they need to come, I've accepted them and they're only paying $800. So part of my goal, even within this class, is to figure out how I can still take low paying patients and find other ways to compensate them, because we really don't want to turn anyone away. My target market is seniors 50 and up, seniors that are mobile and can stay at home alone, but can't stay at home alone. The Dallas-Fort Worth area, minimal medication and not too many medications, and but to be put on a medication schedule. We looked at some other senior living places. Brookdale does memory care, and we don't, but they start at $7,000. And there are some very nice places, but for your average person, it's way out of their range. People are having to sell their house in order to pay for their care. And so houses that were supposed to go to the children and the grandchildren, they're having to give up everything their own and anything that they had really looked for to be a legacy within their family in order to survive. And we want to give a luxurious stay to our patients, even with little money. We want to cater to them. We don't have to put garnishes on their food, but we want to. We don't have to take them to go get their hair done so they can have days to look cute, but we want them to. And I would do anything for them that I would do for my own parent. Our business model with marketing, we have to strive to do more social media. We have word of mouth and former case managers that has sent patients to us in the past, and start going to more health fairs. We're attempting to lower our overhead and work on different payment systems. We're in the process of finding ways that we can do our money electronically, instead of we're gonna just pay for Mama Cara, Cash App, or, we want to become more professional in our business. But we've just started May of 21. So a lot of the things we don't have in place, but we're working on those things. We have the patients, we're taking care of them. We probably kind of did this business backward. We have the people in place. We're just learning every step of the way how to take care of them and become more professional. And that attests to the great need that senior care is. Getting patients is really not the problem. I got my first client from a person sitting in my beauty shop chair. But the care of them is where I'm trying to develop a more professional support on how to maintain and give them the best services possible. Our expenses is rent, staff, food, and utilities. And revenue streams are current tenants, hospital contracts, and additional senior homes. Some of the time we've set up contracts with people who refer them to us. They charge a large fee for referring, but it is one of the ways that we can get patients. This is my team. Myself as CEO, Alicia is my manager, Ariana is a caregiver, and Kaisha is also another caregiver. What I learned through this group, in order to be successful, you have to have a plan. You have to have people around you who support your vision and your company. And sometimes you can't choose who supports. Sometimes you just have to take the help of those who support. It's not about who you want to support you. You have to look around your circle and see who really is supporting you. And you can't, because you can't make people support you who don't want to. You really waste your time and money and energy. See who supports you, see who catches your vision, and make use of those people. And the last thing that I learned within this group is if I want a 5-star group home, it can't be represented with cartoon characters. Because if I want luxuriousness in my home, then I have to watch how I represent myself. Thank you. Any questions? Yes. Yes, I accept both. I have 5. Okay. Literally, I've been owning a hair salon 24 years, and never in life have I ever really taken time off. But COVID shut us all the way down. And so I asked God, what can I do? Because if this ever happens again, what if they shut us down forever? And I haven't ever did anything else. And with the example of my parents, and my family members, God just said to me, a group home. And then he started sending me customers who own group homes. And I knew, okay, because that's kind of how he did me with the beauty shop 25 years ago. He just started sending people that I can get information from. And I tell you, I got my first customer because I heard a lady on the phone saying, can you help me find somewhere to take my husband? And I said, I got a home that I've been getting ready and I don't even know where I'm gonna get patients from. And they just started coming. I never even really searched for the people. I just started getting the house ready. And then they just coming. Now I have that expensive referral company, but most of my patients have never even come from that. They've just been coming. Any more questions?
Home that the 5 patients are in now, what does expansion look like for you?
When I can get this first model running successfully, I literally have to go to work every day to make sure the bills get paid at the house. But I'm okay because I know the vision is from God and somehow he's gonna make the difference. My big vision does look like when I get this model, this first model, is to purchase another home, get more patients. And the long-term goal is to really, every time I expand, don't go rent a home. Get your finances together where you can buy the home every time. Because as a hairstylist, I don't have any PPO, I don't have a 401k. My goal is to own 10 homes, group homes. But if I decide I want to retire, the group homes will have paid for all 10 houses, and I will have at least $3 million worth of real estate. And the group homes will have paid for it, even if I don't make a lot of profit. If it just paid the rent, which I wanted to profit, but if it just paid the rent to 30 after those 30-year notes, I still would own all of the properties. And so that is my long-term goal. Yes, it was a 4-bedroom home, and I had my uncle make it a 6-bedroom home. They are 5 singles and 1 shared master bedroom. But like we're in need of another restroom, so I'm just waiting for the money to show up. Any more questions? Yes, March of 2021. I mean, May of 2021. Yeah. It'll be a year, what, next month? Okay. Well, if anybody wants to help me, I'm kind of slow in that area. Well, thank you.
All right, thank you so much to all of our amazing presenters tonight. Let's give them another round of applause. If you are online, if you could give a hand clap, celebratory emojis, you know, all that cool stuff. We are super excited to have them here tonight. So one question I have for all of my presenters, how do you feel now? That does not sound like CEOs that just did their first business presentation and rocked it. So I'm gonna ask again, how do you guys feel now? Woo! All right. So we are super excited to have been a part of this journey with these amazing entrepreneurs. And we're always looking to push and encourage and, send other entrepreneurs through this program. So without further ado, I am going to turn it back over to Ms. Katrina Bonnick-Higgins, who can share information with you about how you or someone you know may be able to next time be up on that platform. Katrina.
Thank you, Darlisa. I appreciate that. Again, kudos to you guys. All my CEOs in the room, you guys did a great job. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your vision, your dream, and what you put in place. And with that being said, we're excited to share with you all that we're starting our next cohort on April 29th of this month. So I need all of my current CEOs to refer at least one of your friends who are doing side hustles, need to elevate and level up their business, and ready to do this cohort. You've been through it, you're a walking example. And, I wanted to say thank you to Juanita for referring Contius to us. And so it is really great because, it's amazing to have referrals come through from previous CEOs. And Cassandra, weren't you referred to by Christy? So we've had two cohorts come through by word of referrals. So thank you for that. But again, our next cohort starts on April 29th. That's Friday. That's for orientation. Our full classes will start May 2nd. That's going to run for 6 to 8 weeks. It's really exciting. It's aggressive, but it's worth it. We're going to challenge you. We're going to encourage you. We're going to help you be the best you can be in your business. So with that, please email ems@transforminglives.org for questions, and I can share the information for our next information session. All right. So any questions from our audience about the next class? Because I know we've got some CEOs out here ready to start.
Let me check the social feed.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No more questions.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much again for being with us online. Thank you for being with us in person in the room. And now we are going to close out tonight's session because we have goodies in the room that we are going to partake in. So next time, maybe you will be here with us so that you can get some of those goodies. We want to say thank you so much to Center for Transforming Lives. We want to say thank you to the North Texas Entrepreneur Education and Training Center. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Again, that email address is EMS
at
transforminglives.org so that you can get your next pass of CEOs. It is open to Fort Worth and Arlington residents and business owners, correct?
Yes, and we're actually on our last set for the grant. So if you're going to try to work towards getting the $600 educational grant, I forgot to plug that, or a $1,000 grant being residents of Arlington, you can apply for a $1,000 grant, business grant, then you would have to come through cohort 3. This cohort starting on April 29th.
All right, thank you guys so much. We're going to give you back time. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts before we close out? Charletra says hi to Miss Sharette James, one of our former CTL Level Up graduates. Sharette is doing big things. She is girl bossing in the trucking industry. So she came through our program, probably one of our earlier cohorts. So hi, Sharette. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. And we hope that you have enjoyed your time with us. Oh, she says, hello all, Sharette. Okay. Thank you guys. And you have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.